The entire history of Earth explained in one story. Imagine waking up tomorrow in the exact spot where you're sitting right now. Same room, same city, same piece of ground beneath your feet. But instead of seeing walls, lights, and furniture, you find yourself standing in a nightmare. The air burns your lungs. The ground beneath you glows red hot. The sky looks like the inside of a furnace. And within seconds, you're dead. What makes this terrifying is that this isn't science fiction. This is Earth. Your Earth. The same planet you call home today. Because if we rewind far enough into the past, this comfortable world disappears completely. The oceans vanish. The forests vanish. Animals vanish. Even the air itself becomes unbreathable. And for more than 99% of Earth's history, nothing remotely like humans existed. No cities, no civilizations, no dinosaurs, not even plants. Just a planet constantly changing through fire, ice, catastrophe, and unimaginable luck. And the strangest part? Human beings were never the goal. We are simply what happened to survive. This is the story of the entire history of Earth, and it begins 5 billion years ago, before life, before oceans, before the moon, before anything you would recognize. At this point, Earth isn't a blue planet. It's a glowing ball of molten rock. Massive volcanoes erupt everywhere. Rivers of lava flow across the surface. The atmosphere is filled with toxic gases, making survival impossible. Then something extraordinary happens. A young planet about the size of Mars, known as Theia, crashes into Earth. The impact is beyond imagination. The collision releases more energy than billions of nuclear bombs exploding at once. Entire sections of both worlds are vaporized instantly. A gigantic ring of debris forms around Earth. Over millions of years, that debris slowly comes together and creates the moon. The moon you see in the sky every night is literally the scar left behind by one of the most violent events in planetary history. Even more incredible, that collision slightly tilted Earth, about 23 degrees. That tiny tilt created the seasons we experience today. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, a slightly different angle, and human civilization might never have existed at all. Think about that. Before life even began, our future depended on a cosmic accident. Eventually, Earth cools, the lava hardens, water vapor condenses, rain falls for millions of years. The first oceans form, and somewhere within those ancient waters, something extraordinary appears. Life. But if you expect giant creatures or exotic plants, think again. For billions of years, life looks unbelievably boring. The entire planet is ruled by microscopic organisms, tiny single-celled microbes, invisible to the naked eye. No trees, no fish, no insects, no animals, nothing with eyes, nothing with teeth, nothing that could even recognize your existence. Yet these tiny organisms become the most successful rulers Earth has ever known. Dinosaurs dominated for around 165 million years. Humans have existed for roughly 300,000 years. But microbes ruled the planet for over 2 billion years. Nothing else comes close. And then they accidentally changed the world forever. Some of these microbes evolved a revolutionary ability. They learned how to capture sunlight. Photosynthesis. Today, plants use this process everywhere. But when it first appeared, it triggered one of the greatest disasters in Earth's history. Because photosynthesis releases oxygen. And oxygen was toxic to most life on Earth at that time. As oxygen accumulated in the atmosphere, entire ecosystems collapsed. Countless species disappeared. Scientists call this event the Great Oxidation Event. That name sounds harmless. It wasn't. It was a planetary extinction event, a catastrophe created by life itself. Yet oxygen also paved the way for something even bigger. Complex organisms. Animals, eventually humans. Ironically, the very gas that nearly destroyed life became the foundation for everything that followed. But Earth wasn't finished testing survival. Not even close. As atmospheric chemistry changed, the planet began losing heat. Temperatures plummeted. Ice spread across the globe, until Earth may have become something almost unimaginable. A giant frozen snowball. Some scientists believe ice reached from pole to pole. Entire oceans sealed beneath thick layers of ice. From space, Earth may have looked like a giant white marble drifting through darkness. Life survived, barely, hidden beneath frozen oceans, waiting for over 1 billion years. Then, suddenly, everything changed. Around 540 million years ago, evolution hit the accelerator. Scientists call this period the Cambrian explosion. And honestly, the name is perfect, because life didn't simply evolve. It exploded. Creatures appeared with eyes for the first time. Others developed armor. Some grew spikes. Others became predators. The oceans transformed into battlefields filled with bizarre organisms unlike anything alive today. Evolution was experimenting, trying everything, and somehow it worked. Soon, life ventured onto land. Plants colonized barren rock. The first forests appeared. Massive swamps stretched across continents. The world became green. Alive, vibrant, the coal humans burn today comes from the remains of those ancient forests. Every piece of coal is essentially compressed prehistoric sunlight. Then came one of the most important moments in the history of life. Fish began venturing into shallow water. Over countless generations, fins slowly transformed. Muscles strengthened. Bones adapted. Eventually, some fish grew primitive legs. And for the first time ever, vertebrates stepped onto land. The invasion of Earth had begun. Animals spread across continents. Forests expanded. Ecosystems flourished. After billions of years of struggle, Earth seemed stable. Then it nearly died. Again, around 252 million years ago, the worst extinction event in Earth's history struck. Not the dinosaur extinction, something far worse. Deep beneath what is now Siberia, enormous volcanic eruptions began. And they didn't stop. For hundreds of thousands of years, lava flooded across landscapes the size of entire countries. Gigantic amounts of carbon dioxide entered the atmosphere. Temperatures soared. Oceans warmed dramatically. Oxygen levels crashed. Ecosystems collapsed. The result was catastrophic. Approximately 90% of species disappeared. Imagine 9 out of every 10 living things on Earth simply vanishing. Scientists call this event the Great Dying. And unlike other extinctions, recovery wasn't quick. Life spent millions of years rebuilding itself. Earth came closer to complete biological collapse than at any other point in its history. Yet survival found a way. It always does. Millions of years later, the climate shifted again. Rain began falling. Then it kept falling. For nearly 2 million years, a world once dominated by deserts transformed into endless storms. Rivers expanded. Vegetation spread. New habitats emerged. And hidden among the chaos was a group of animals waiting for their opportunity. Dinosaurs. At first, they were insignificant. Just another group among many competitors. But as environments changed, dinosaurs adapted better than almost everything else. Generation after generation, they expanded. By the time the rains ended, dinosaurs ruled the planet, and they would continue ruling for more than 150 million years. To put that into perspective, dinosaurs existed for hundreds of times longer than human civilization. Their reign seemed unstoppable. Permanent, but permanence is an illusion on Earth. 66 million years ago, a mountain-sized asteroid changed everything. The asteroid measured roughly 10 kilometers across, traveling faster than a rifle bullet. When it struck Earth, the energy released exceeded anything humanity has ever witnessed. The impact triggered earthquakes, mega tsunamis, global wildfires. Then came the darkness. Dust and debris blocked sunlight worldwide. Plants died. Food chains collapsed. Entire ecosystems unraveled. The giant dinosaurs never recovered, but tiny mammals did. Small creatures hiding underground. Creatures capable of eating almost anything. Creatures flexible enough to survive catastrophe. Those creatures were our ancestors. And here is the truly astonishing part. If that asteroid misses Earth entirely, humans may never exist. Dinosaurs might still dominate the planet. Mammals might remain small forever. Your entire family tree depends on one asteroid hitting one specific location at one specific moment. The worst day in dinosaur history became the reason we are here. Yet even after that, humanity's story was never guaranteed. Modern humans appeared roughly 300,000 years ago. But we weren't alone. The world contained multiple human species, different kinds of humans sharing the same planet. Some stronger, some older, some better adapted to certain environments. Yet one by one, they disappeared. Today, only Homo sapiens remain. We are the last surviving branch of a much larger family tree. The survivors of survivors. The descendants of countless lucky escapes. Which brings us back to where we started. Look around you right now. The chair you're sitting on. The walls around you. The air filling your lungs. Every part of your existence rests on an impossible chain of events. A giant collision that formed the moon. Microbes that poisoned the atmosphere with oxygen. A frozen snowball Earth. Mass extinctions that erased entire worlds. Volcanoes that nearly ended life. An asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. and thousands of other accidents scattered across billions of years. Remove any one of them, just one, and you never exist. Earth never needed humans. For 4.5 billion years, it thrived without us. It ran on lava, oceans, microbes, monsters, extinctions, and chance. We arrived only in the final seconds of the story, a brief moment at the very end. And maybe that's the most humbling realization of all. We are not the main characters of Earth's history. We are simply the latest survivors, a temporary chapter in a story that began billions of years before us. And one day, long after we're gone, the planet will keep turning, just as it always has, just as it always will. If this video changed the way you look at our planet, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because here we explore the incredible stories hidden behind science, history, space, and the mysteries of our universe. And remember, every breath you take, every moment you experience, exists because of billions of years of unlikely events that somehow led to you being here today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.